Hello, Donna. I'm glad that you could join me today to talk a little bit about notes and mortgages.
Hi, Wendy. How are you?
I'm doing excellent. Okay, so for those of you who don't know Donna, Donna Bauer is the original note buyer. She is an expert in buying notes, mortgages, performing, non-performing. She knows all about that topic. And it's a topic that I don't really know a lot about myself. I mean, of course, I understand the concepts, Donna, and I know what's kind of happens behind the scenes, but you and I have talked recently, and I'm really interested to know more about this topic myself because of some things that are changing in my investing career. So,
This is perfect for you right now.
yeah,
So many investors, they've been investing in properties, for most of their life. And when you get tired of the tenants, the trash, and the toilets, it's time to get into notes because you have all of the security of the real estate investment, but you don't have to deal with any of the headaches. So now is your time to start investing in notes, Wendy.
yeah, I'm really excited. Well, okay, so you and I talked a little bit before also. So, when landlords are looking to, now this is just one example of many of when notes and mortgages would be a great topic or a strategy for an investor. But for me, I said, hey, it's top of the market right now. I'm going to sell a lot of my properties and I'm going to sell them on notes. So I've held a seller holdback, right? Carryback
Seller
mortgage.
carryback.
Yep, seller carryback. And I'm holding a mortgage for the buyer. And why would it, go ahead and tell them why someone like me might want to do that, Donna, from your perspective?
Well, there are lots of reasons, but I think a big reason is because of the tax benefits. So you don't have to worry about taking the capital gains all at one time.
Right.
If you carry back a note or notes, if you've got multiple properties, you can spread out your capital gains over time. So that's a great reason. And also, if you don't really, if you don't need the cash right now, you're just wanting a reserve for the future.
Right.
Um, why not keep your money invested in the property as long as you don't have the headaches? And then, so you carry back a note, and then if you do need the money, or when you do
Yeah.
need the money, then you simply sell the note. And so it's a great way to really maximize your profit on a property. Why sell a property, get all your cash out, and then try to figure out what you're going to do with it when
Yeah.
you could leave it invested in the property?
Yeah, got it. So, like, basically, if I wasn't going to do a 1031 exchange, which I decided not to, because we had a lot of rental properties, and we really wanted to start trying to kind of liquidate a little bit, right, and minimize that portfolio. We're not getting rid of all of our rental properties. I'm not. If you're listening to me, I'm not saying get rid of everything. It's not what I said. But we did. We are getting rid of a big chunk of them. Specifically, more so for me, my husband said, hey, if something happens to you, I don't want to be dealing with all these properties, and we're at the top of the market. When do you let's sell them? So we decided not to 1031 exchange them and put them into a like kind property. We decided let's pay the capital gains, and do long term gains and spread that out over time.
So, Wendy, I think
Yeah.
that is a great idea. But I want to tell you, we need to get together before you really start doing a lot of those.
Okay.
Because when you carry back a note, the value is determined when you originate it. So I
Oh,
can help you with the best way to structure the deal, how much of a down payment, what interest rate, how long of a term, should you have a balloon, all of those kind of things, so that when you are ready to sell it, that you'll get top dollar for it. Okay,
yeah.
that's really important.
Yeah. Okay. Good point. And you're right because you never know what tomorrow's going to bring. I may need to use the cash for some other opportunity or may need it for some other personal reason. You just never know when you might need to sell that note. Now, no, typically when you sell a note, and this is kind of what you're going to be talking about Thursday evening and Saturday, right?
Right?
Where now put yourself in the other shoes. You're the investor, and you're going to want to find people like me who might be holding a note. It could be one
Right.
place you buy from, or you could be buying from institutions, right, or that type of
Well,
thing. Or do you
usually
usually buy from private?
when you buy from institutions, usually that's for the non-performing notes.
Got
Okay,
it.
very seldom do we buy a non-performing note from a privately held as a
Got it.
privately held note, because those people know they can either negotiate and get a deed in lieu, or they can foreclose and get the property. So they typically don't sell a private note. But
Got it.
if you want to make a lot of money on the non-performing notes, by all means, you buy those from an institution, because typically they will take huge discounts on selling their non-performing notes.